Hello there, welcome to my channel. This is 2LB talking, and today we welcome to the Badminton Academy. So this is what we'll talk about, and today we will watch a game between Lin Dan and Taufik Hidayat. Lin Dan obviously is the GOAT. It's I don't care what you say. Some people may say Li Chongwei is better, maybe. But in terms of accomplishments, Lin Dan is the GOAT, really the GOAT. Even Axelsen, I don't know, we'll talk about Axelsen later, but Lin Dan is the GOAT in this one. And his opponent is not shabby at all. His opponent is Taufik Hidayat. If you look at him, he's, in my book, he's clearly top 5 all time. He's so talented. He won Olympic champions, and he's just you know, in a way, badminton is not that important to him, I guess. I don't know what specifically happened to him, but you know, he's definitely one of the top. Taufik Hidayat, his backhand is you know, is a beauty to see. You see this in this clip as well. And this one is an early clip. Is a 2007 French Open. If you learned badminton for over 10 years, this one you probably already seen, because this is a great angle and high quality, and it's a great game. So, but now this time I want to watch it together with you and to point out some of the subtle things that Lin Dan does, and both players actually did in this game, and hopefully it can help us to understand badminton better. In my book, in my mind, I don't think anybody can learn badminton by themselves, by watching videos, by reading things, by you can't. Nobody can. But unfortunately, that's not how people think. A lot of people believe they are good, believe they are better. No, they are not. You need to have an open mind. I'm saying that the same thing applies to me, because back in the day I was arrogant too. I thought I knew, but I don't. So anyway, so let's get to the video and see what's there. All right. So let's start. I want to point out one thing. I want you to notice Lin Dan's foot. Okay, Lin Dan, after he make a shot, he usually stays where he is, not moving a little bit, but not too much. Then he stays there, and then he watches his opponent. When his opponent hits the shuttle, at that moment, he has a little bit of shift in, a little hop in his feet, and then his body, his center of gravity goes towards where the shuttle is going. That's really uncanny. The first of a few points is maybe a little bit difficult to see, but when he's in rhythm, and he can almost anticipate where the shuttle is going. This is remarkable if you understand badminton, because you think about it, your opponent will try everything to break your rhythm. They don't want you to get into rhythm, and you want to get into rhythm, right? And Lin Dan does that so well that it's almost impossible for his opponent to break that. So let's continue to look. And as I said, Taufik is one of the top. But I want you to compare Taufik's movement with Lin Dan's movement. That little hop for Lin Dan is before the opponent's racket hits the shuttle. But for Taufik, it's still when the racket hits the shuttle. That's a very tiny difference, maybe 0.1 second or even smaller time. And that actually makes a huge difference over time, in long term. And that's in my book, that's the difference between Lin Dan and every other players ever. For single plays, you can see that you are the only player on the field, so you cover everything, right? And the key to singles play is your hand and your finger. The last point, the change, that's really, really great. So if you pay attention, you can see before they hit the shuttle, their eyes are always on their opponent. They are checking where they are going, and they will hit the shuttle usually somewhere different. And Lin Dan does it better than anybody because he's fast. He moves to the shuttle so quick, so he can hit the shuttle at a higher point or lower point, and so he has lots of options. And even for players of Taufik's caliber, it's a little bit difficult to deal with. It's kind of exhausting. If you put yourself in Taufik's mind, it's got to be exhausting to play an opponent like that. That's why you feel Lin Dan is always in control, because he's faster. He's already there, and he's ready to take the shuttle early. He doesn't always do that. But when you are ready, you have options. When you are ready, your opponent cannot move. When you are not ready, I'll show you some of the current players later. You can see when they move to the shuttle with their racket facing down towards the ground, your opponent is not afraid, because there's only one way you can hit the shuttle, at the lowest point. So, but you look at Lin Dan and also Taufik, they try to get the shuttle at the earlier point, and that gives them a lot of options and to freeze your opponent.
Work today is broken.
All right. Okay, that's the advertisement. Let's let it pass. And all right, now let's get back. See the backhand, see Taufik's backhand. Even for a player like Lin Dan, he tries to lift it across Taufik's head to cross the court, and Taufik just goes up and get it. I want you to pay attention to where he got it and how he got it, the backhand of Taufik. Taufik got it at the highest point. So many people don't understand. Well, in badminton, the correct way of hitting that is almost like you try to reach your racket to the place first. You get there first, and then you make the movement. You get there first, and then you make the movement. And backhand is the same. You go there first, and then you make the movement. So, and pay attention to Lin Dan's shot, the forehand and backhand, the forehand and the overhead. Okay. It's it will make more sense over time here. Okay. I don't know if you noticed that the kill in front of the net after the smash. The smash down the line is great. So Lin Dan's return, half-hearted. He wasn't really trying that hard. His return was really high. So Taufik just goes forward. When you smash down the line, your body should go towards where you're smashing it, because that's most likely where the shuttle is coming back. And what Taufik did is, after he got there, he actually changed his racket. When you go forward and you try to smash it, the normal thing to do is to cross the court. But your opponent knows that too, because Lin Dan gets it to his left of the court to defend the shot and brought it back. So his right side is wide open. So he had to go back and cover that. So his body is going back, but the time is too limited. He doesn't have enough time to fully go back and settle everything. So it's actually better to hit straight. But hitting straight is not easy. If you try, you can try and see if you can do that. If you can't, it's most likely because your grip is incorrect. This is the forehand grip. Is the forehand grip. Your thumb is on the longer side, and then you can hit it. But when you hit it, you need to move a little bit further. Your hand need to be a little bit further than your finger grab, and that's when you hit it. And that's how Taufik hit it. So. This is just great anticipation. This is the thing about Taufik, is that sometimes he plays almost lazy. I hate using the word. It's because lazy is so definitive. It's almost like a personal attack, but it does feel that way. The reason I say that is because he could have gotten the shuttle earlier, but he chose to wait. And because that exerts less energy. For amateur players and people playing, a lot of people are like that, is we wait too much. We wait for the shuttle to drop. We stay where we are. We don't move towards the shuttle. We don't try to hit the shuttle high, and that's a big problem. That's a great shot. By the way, I want to say this is 2007. Lin Dan lost the Asian Game final to Taufik in 2006 Asian Games. That's a big one. That's a really big one. Maybe only next to Olympic Games. So Taufik is still, at this time, Taufik was the champion of the 2004 Olympics. And this is 2007, so he's still at his prime. And at this point, I think the gap between these two players are not that big. But after 2008, the gap is huge. Taufik couldn't win, not even close. But at this point, Taufik actually is not in a bad position. Both players are at their peak. Of course, Lin Dan was more consistent. And I think he's number one at the time when this game was played. Of course, he conceded the number one ranking to Li Chongwei right before the Olympics in 2008. But at this game, it's an equal matchup between both of these. Now, I want you to pay attention to the reception when they receive the serve from the other player. It's always they try to. It looks like they go somewhere, and then a flit of the fingers and wrist, the shuttle goes somewhere else, and also it never goes to the same place, same time. Although every time they use the same motion, and this is something I want you to kind of pay attention to. It's very subtle. It's in the fingers and in the wrist. So, but that's what they have to do, and what they do is. I also want you to pay attention to the server. The server, you hit the shuttle, and the shuttle keeps going, right? The shuttle is going to your opponent, and then what do? You need to move into position, right? After you move into position, your racket is ready, your body is ready. Now, what you do, you need to wait for your opponent to hit the shuttle, right? Now, these top players, what they do is they fake one place and then hit to a different place. That's almost all, what they do all the time. So for the server, you have to react. when they pretend to put it in front of the net, you have to get ready to go there. If you don't, they will do that. Only when you are ready to go there, they are going to hit it somewhere else. So that's another subtle point. Let's see if you can notice. You see, that's a brave fake. So go forward and then wait, delay a little bit, and then a flip risk. So Lin Dan put it to the close corner. And that corner is a good spot because it's closest, it's fastest, it's easy to put your opponent into a difficult situation. And it did, because you probably want to say, okay, why Taufik tried to move back? Well, because Lin Dan feels like Lin Dan is playing to the back. And that's actually Lin Dan was trying to do. So this is the thing about fake shot or trick shots in badminton. I don't think there is a trick shot. There is no such thing as trick shots. What trick shots is, it can be real. It all depends on your opponent. It's the way I do it. So when I say if I'm going up, I can smash, right? I can smash down the line, and I'm ready. I'm fully ready to smash down the line. So I'm looking to see whether my opponent is ready. If they are ready for the down the line smash, I will do something else. I will make a clear or do a cross court, make a change at the last moment. If they are not ready for the smash, I will smash. So it's not really a trick shot. It's like almost like a decision in progress. And I suppose you could still call it a trick shot, because you pretend, you make your opponent believe one way, but you does it a different way. But still, you kind of get my point. So this one, his fake worked, and Taufik lifted not high enough, and Lin Dan was ready and smash, cross court smash, and won the point. This one is just a great smash from Taufik. Lin Dan actually was ready. He was ready. He knew it was going there. Well, I wouldn't say he knew, but he anticipated it going there. So he was ready to get it. It's just a great smash, and he didn't return it and lost the point. So I think now he's losing big. Lin Dan is losing big now at the point. Whatever you can do, I can do better, right? So Lin Dan just returned that one. But Lin Dan is a little bit tricky because it's a half smash. It's a cross-court half smash. It's totally out of blue, because at this level, a single is actually easier. You can do that. I always say in doubles, half-court smash is suicide. But in singles, it's not always the case, especially when you use it right. So Taufik is expecting a full smash. That's why his return is not didn't go past the net, because he was expecting a harder smash, but the smash was not as hard as he hoped. So he couldn't borrow the force to put it back. In my mind, this is the rally of the match. Okay, this is just great. It's in this angle, you can see both players like gliding on the field, like they are flying. You know, they just bouncing around and like dancing. You know, but in reality, it's so difficult. Taufik was literally at the front of the net, at around here. So he was here to put back drop in front of the net, and Lin Dan flipped it all the way back to the court, and Taufik had to go across the whole court to get it back, and then drive it all the way to the end of here, and Lin Dan also went back here and got it back. That is the cover of a full court. That's very difficult to do, and these people do it like it's so easy. Those are just great net exchange. If you look back, you check that the net change. You got to understand the racket head is not parallel to the ground. It has an angle. It has an angle to the ground when they do the shot, and you grab your finger to move the head like a cutting motion to create the tumbling shot over the net. Some people do it like parallel to the ground. That's incorrect. And the motion, some people just trying to I don't know how to put it. Put the shuttle back. No, that's not correct. You cut it. You hit. You cut it. Cut. See that one? See how Taufik did that? You raise your racket, and then with the angle, you cut it. You cut on the. You cut at the bottom of this. How to do that? You cut it. Cut. This is great. This is another great rally. Okay, Lin Dan showcased his great ability here. That return is fantastic. But I want you to notice the net exchange. When Lin Dan moved here with his forehand, the racket is ready over there, and he was looking at Taufik, and Taufik didn't move. If he moved forward towards the net, it will be a lift to the back of the net, to the back of the court. And Taufik didn't move, so Lin Dan changed mind at the last moment to put it in front of the net. Let's see if we can, let's take another look at that. The winning shots. Yeah, after this. It's still the winning one. Okay. No, not this one. Yeah, before this one. Okay, let's see. All right. See that one? You see that one? That is when Lin Dan changed his mind and changed the racket angle and then put it right in front of the net rather than push it back. That's because Taufik was back here, look at his feet, and he's away from the net, and he didn't go forward. If he went forward, it would have gone to the back. And now I want you to take a look at Lin Dan's feet. So the front feet is like this. This is actually also remarkable to me. If it's a female player, normally you can clearly see the tip of the foot showing outwards, okay? But for Lin Dan, he doesn't need to do that because he's strong enough, he can move back. The reason you do that is to keep balance and generate enough power to push your body back after you make the shot. Lin Dan doesn't have to do that. And I want you to pay attention to the back foot. The back foot kind of drags on the court casually. Okay, it doesn't have to stay on the court. Taufik's return was actually very good too. It was high. It was the same point. That the only thing is he didn't have the fake there. So Lin Dan doesn't have to prepare for any other locations. 80% of his attention is on the same point. So he kind of basically knew it was going to come back the same place. So, and then he lifted really high. That's a great lift, by the way. Did you see the last smash, Lin Dan smash? Before the smash, he was ready. Before Taufik's racket head hitting the shuttle, Lin Dan is already moving back. That is the remarkable thing. It's very difficult to notice when you see them on the screen, but when you are in the court, that's the first thing I notice. Why is he moving before they hit the shuttle? That's like against everything that my coach told me. My coach basically told me, don't move. You move, you die. And that's what he is, my coach Chen Guoming. And he said, if you move that way, my shuttle is going the other way. That's always the case. That's always going to be the case. It always will be the case. That's what makes Lin Dan so remarkable. Another beautiful backhand from Taufik Hidayat. But I want you to notice another thing is this. These are strong people. Okay, they are world-class athletes. They are very strong. But you see how small their movements are. It doesn't feel like they are trying that hard. That's because they don't have to. Just the finger and the wrist can generate enough power for the shuttle to travel to the most part of the field. So just you need to learn the correct grip and the correct way of generating power. You understand that, then you can generate enough power and also control to put the shuttle back where you want it to go. You don't have to go full power on every play. You really don't have to. And these people, you can see they don't. They just just go there and then just flip finger and things happen for them. So. You can see that part. Lin Dan was kind of threatening to put the shuttle back at the net, and Taufik is moving forward a little bit, and that little movement kind of forced Lin Dan to lift it high to the backcourt. It's like a chess match, Are you ready? Are you ready? If you're ready, if you're not ready, I'm gonna do this. If you're ready, I'm gonna do something else. And Taufik is saying, yeah, of course I'm ready. Are you gonna do this? You're gonna do this, I'm gonna kill you. So do something else. I knew you were gonna do something else, and I'm ready for that too. But this is the more prominent threat, and I'm ready for this. This is why backhands is not recommended. As good as Lin Dan, the backhand is not recommended because sure, you can hit the shuttle anywhere on the court, but backhand is a bad position. It's very difficult to do that, and especially cross court to a player like Taufik. And he's there waiting, and I think the shuttle didn't travel far enough towards the back line, and also you can't see your opponent's position. Lin Dan, when he turns, as good as he is, he doesn't have eyes behind his head, so he couldn't see. So that's, in my book, that's the reason he lost at that point. Oh, that's beauty. That is a beauty, okay? So Lin Dan jumps really high and smashes it down the line. It's just that's a beauty. Okay, that is something you and me cannot do. Okay, not many people can do that, and that's just the beauty. That's just pure capability. That's the height of capability. You can learn everything else. You can learn how he does that. You cannot do exactly what he does because you cannot jump that high, move that fast, and hit it so smash so deep. But you can learn the skill though. We can all learn the skill. We can learn the technique. Another, that's a cross court. Lin Dan is very fast because his racket is always ready and is pointing up. So that's why I couldn't pass him. If it passed him, it will put him in a bad position, but it didn't. And it's forehand. Remember earlier he did that to try to do that to Taufik and to the backhand, and Taufik just used backhand to smash it back. It's the same idea.
So we are very as a Chinese trying to shoot the series. The advanced quarterfinals at the 2006 World Championships. And the rest.
This is one of the rare occasions Lin Dan is moving to the wrong direction. He was moving to his left, and the smash came back to his right. So it's one of the rare occasions that he make mistakes, or Taufik made a great play. I don't know. I think maybe Taufik saw him moving. I think the moving is probably a little bit, he committed a little bit too much for Lin Dan. Lin Dan committed a little bit too much, and it's too obvious, and Taufik was in an overhead position. Maybe Taufik was trying to hit across the court, but when he's in the air, his part of his eyes can see Lin Dan is moving that way, so it's almost instinctual to hit it straight. When I play, some of the plays, it's just instinct. If I see my opponent moving one way clearly, I'm going to send the shuttle to a different location. It's sometimes it's out of my control, kind of. I don't need to think. I just because when I play, I'm looking at my opponent. If they move this way, I just instinctually put it somewhere else.
In the first round of French Super Series, the defeated Juliana Kelopin from France and Hope in the battle in the second round.
All right, another advertisement. Let's just let it pass. Okay. Now that's a smash and going forward and kill. So it will be worth if you can pay attention to his the whole motion, how he smashes, and then the body goes forward and how the foot goes. Okay.
And the World Championships in 2007, they were quite proud for the play. And they won the World Championships in 2006. The two pairs met each other 9 times.
It's unfortunate Taufik made a wrong judgment at the back. But did you notice that little hop in the middle when Lin Dan made a little hop? Actually, he was trying to move backwards, and then Taufik put it right in front of the net. Let me show you, see if you caught that, okay? You see that? You see the little hop? The little hop, Lin Dan moved, make a little hop there, and it's I think he's getting ready to move backwards and to the corner, to the street corner, and Taufik saw that and put it in front of the net.
The two pairs met each other 9 times.
Okay, about leaving the shuttle. Sometimes you make a judgment. You think the shuttle is going out court. Okay, that is all good, but you still need to get ready to get it. You need to get yourself in position, put your racket in position just in case it's not out of the court, in case you change your mind at the last moment. There are a few mistakes people make. For one is some people just walk towards there and think it's going out. So when you get there, when you notice it's not going out, it's too late. So that's not recommended. Always get ready. Always assume the shuttle is coming back. Always assume that, get yourself ready to hit it. And you can make change your mind at the last moment. That puts yourself in a much better position. Did you notice that little body feint Lin Dan did to that before Taufik made that shot? Because Taufik could easily put it back in front of the net, and Lin Dan, his body center of gravity is going towards that corner, so Taufik had no choice but to lift it. This is also uncanny, is this, because when Lin Dan does that, Taufik is trying to lift it from here, okay? So he could put it back in front of the net, or he could go any of these 3 locations. Of all these locations, cross court is the most difficult. But in this case, cross court is the correct place, because that will put Lin Dan in the most pressure, because Lin Dan is fully committed to this, and I'm not in his mind, so I doubt it. Well, you don't have to believe me, but I believe to Lin Dan. Lin Dan understands the most likely return is to here. Maybe because he studies Taufik, he know that, or maybe he just understands badminton, because it's either put it in front of here, and the natural thing is just to lift it. So that's what most players do, and Taufik did that too. I mean, if Taufik go cross the court, I would be really, it will be really damaging for Lin Dan. Okay, let's see if we can catch it. This is the second one. Let's see. Okay. See that? See Lin Dan's little movement? He's trying to move forward, but see his body. His whole body is already committed to that location. His center of gravity and his footwork. With this footwork, what he can do is basically covering the right side of the court. This side of the court is in his control, but here and here, both are difficult. But pay attention to the footwork. See how Lin Dan changes that. See? You see how he changes that. You see how the foot, the left foot was there. So Lin Dan's body turned 180 degrees in one movement. So you use your dominant foot to push the ground, to turn your body all the way to the other side. That's brilliant footwork. This is a point I want to make here is this. Some people kind of are rigid about their footwork. You shouldn't be. There is no footwork. There is some fundamental footwork, but there is no definitive footwork. So you could understand, you could take it as some are better, but it doesn't mean others are worse. It just depends on the situation. You can make all the movement in all of these angles, in all of these your body shapes and everything. So of course you can still do them, but rigidly stick to certain type of footwork is stupid to me. It's just stupid. But you got to understand how body works, how the physiology works and physics works. So, and then you can move your body that way. So these requires training. You got to train to do that. You can't just, so I spend an hour thinking, now I got it. I'm Lin Dan. No, you're not. You need training.
Autour des internationaux de France de badminton, nous avons éliminé l'adverse américaine back à l'étang. White Black Tie 2, on représente la Chine, c'est peut-être le série numéro 2. Numéro 2 mondiaux. Au premier tour sur l'international de France, nous avons éliminé l'adverse américaine.
This one is just a great defense from Lin Dan. Taufik's smash was good to Lin Dan's forehand, and Lin Dan returned it. It was not of the highest quality, but it was okay. It wasn't too high. So Taufik went up to the net to kill it and did something earlier, like what he did earlier, right? The straight kind of push, kill. And Lin Dan was ready. And Lin Dan not only got it back over Taufik's head. So Taufik had to go back and use his backhand. His backhand is great, but still, it's just too bad a situation for him to do anything effective. And Lin Dan just killed the next one. If you pay attention, you can notice that Taufik does that a lot. Taufik's backhand is very good. So he got back 3 straight kind of drive. It's a flat and it's fast. It's all good. And Lin Dan returned them 3 times, every time in a different location. So one time here, one time here, and the last time was here, the center of the court. So same shot to Lin Dan and different return. When you have variations like that, it doesn't have to be big variation. You have variations like that, you break your opponent's rhythm. So Taufik made a lift that wasn't good enough, and Lin Dan just killed it. Yeah, Taufik is a little bit desperate and tried to make a trick and to test the cross court, and Lin Dan was ready for that again. All right, he's basically give up for the set. That's kind of what Taufik does. Taufik doesn't do that earlier in his career, like 2002, 2003. He didn't do that. He's at this stage, he's like enjoying life more than that. Anyway. Did you notice how Taufik changes his racket? The racket was very high, and then he just flattened it, and then make a cut motion to do the drop in front of the net, the tumbling shot. It's pretty remarkable that he can do that. It's something we can do. It's really something we can do. You got to put your racket there early, and then you have the leeways to do that. Beautiful backhand, beautiful backhand. Lin Dan was committed to the straight, and Taufik made a variation to make a cross court. Actually, he did that in the first set as well, and also won straight out from that shot. that's another relatively easier point. So Lin Dan is trailing. You see, Lin Dan was committed to change his body. Actually, he made that hop and to change his body position because he's expecting the cross court, the back side of the court. But Taufik didn't do that this time. So it's too bad Taufik didn't lost this rally because he guessed the right. He guessed that Lin Dan is going to smash straight, and he was there. He just didn't return it. This one was actually created by Lin Dan's anticipation here. Check this. Same thing. Lin Dan did his hop to change his body position again to get ready to the backcourt smash. So before Taufik's racket hit the shuttle, he was already committed to that. See? Did you see that? Before the racket hit the shuttle, Lin Dan was already turning his body. So you see, when the shuttle is there, Lin Dan is already there and getting ready to smash. And that is the one that caused when you play badminton, you do not kill your opponent in one shot. You put them in the bad situations to kill them later. Set it up and then kill. So that's the smash, and the return is high. And Lin Dan is coming, and I want you to see this. This one, it symbolizing everything, because you check here. Taufik is in a bad situation. Look at his feet. It's totally messed up. It's a backhand, so he has to turn around and face the net to wait for that. And now his only option is committed to this part. It's the easiest option. Maybe not the only option, but the easiest option. But the problem is, when you are committed here, you are susceptible to other shots. That's exactly what happened. So let's see. And Lin Dan, on the other hand, see where his feet is. His feet is here. So he go like across the court to get to the point to make the shuttle. But the whole time he's looking at Taufik, see where he moves. Is he ready? And then when he saw Taufik is fully committed to that corner, and just lifted over Taufik's head. This is beautiful. You see, Taufik is ready to go forward, and Lin Dan saw that. And Lin Dan didn't even wait, just flip it over. You see the little hand movement. It's remarkable to see how much of the court, the full court, they can cover. It's just brilliant, and they can put the shuttle to every corner and use every part of the field. And the last one was you see the little movement of Taufik's hand there, and that actually kind of did the trick. I think this is the one. No, not that one. see the little delay in the hand. You know, it looks like he was going forward and started hitting, and then a little delay, and then drop it in front of the net. That kind of puts Lin Dan. That little delay hold Lin Dan in his position. He cannot move, and then it dropped to the front of the net. Lin Dan had to move forward, and then the return was of low quality. This net causing Lin Dan to make a mistake. That's another mistake on Lin Dan's part. Lin Dan thought he was going to high lift to the back, so his body is committed, and Taufik saw that, so put it in front of the net. Easy win for Taufik. Okay, so see, that's the other thing is I repeatedly talk about that. These are not trick shots. These are not the trick shots that send people to the wrong directions. It's your direction. Your movement determines where your opponent is going to put it. This is the top level badminton play. So it was 5-12, right? Lin Dan was trailing by 7 points, 5-12 in the second set. Who's going to win the second set?
Coming for the new one.
Another one. Okay. Just let it pass. I actually don't know what the policies are for these advertisements. It's just I just know they are probably trouble for me. So I don't know. I already had a strike, so I don't want to have another strike. And yeah, there's still so many things to learn about YouTube. That is another brilliant rally. Did you see how much Lin Dan was in control? Lin Dan was dictating almost every move. But did you see how great Taufik's defense was? Whatever Lin Dan throw at him, Taufik just return it with interest, you know, and eventually turn around and won the rally. So now it's still 7 points, 6-13. This is remarkable, but it's also kind of lucky for Lin Dan. Lin Dan was ready for the straight smash. That's a great net shot. Did you notice how high when Lin Dan's racket hit the shuttle? That's right above the tip of the net. So. Yep, Taufik is showing off his backhand again. So that's 8-15. 7 points. Woo! So Taufik did the same to Lin Dan. Lin Dan was committing to the forehand corner, and Taufik just pushed it over his head. Whatever you can do, I can do better, right? So these two are really masters here. So. You know, at this point, when you see a game like this is like two of the top level boxers hitting each other. This is like a punch by punch. It's like a there's no inch to give. You know, I'm not going to give you an inch. You know, you have to take it. You know, this is just beautiful. It's a great game for me. That's a great shot, but also a lucky shot. It hit the net. That is a great shot. But it's also because the Taufik's return, the lift wasn't far enough. So Lin Dan intercepted that, and Lin Dan saw Taufik's movement. So Taufik was moving this way, so Lin Dan just sends it back the other side. It's just a little flip of the wrist and snap of the finger, and that's how it's done. That is beautiful. Okay, for one, you notice how Lin Dan moves before Taufik hit the shot, and then when Lin Dan goes forward to the net, the return from Taufik wasn't bad. It was above the net. It's not too high, but Lin Dan changed the shuttle at the last moment. Is using a backhand, but a forehand grip, using the backhand to push it forward. This is an unusual, uncommon shot to make in that position, but it's also surprising in this case, and that did the job. So let's take another look. So that's the smash, return, and now see Lin Dan's racket. See his racket. See his racket. So when Lin Dan goes forward, he could go any directions. So he just used that to push it directly down the line to Taufik's body. Another counter smash to where Taufik is going. It's just so fast. At this point, Lin Dan is increasing his speed, not just the speed of movement, but also the speed of the shuttle. It's using a lot of flips, flip of the wrist, flip of the finger. It's just it works. It's faster. It doesn't mean it's a harder smash, but the hitting motion is faster and sends people to the wrong directions, and that gives Taufik all these trouble. You see how casual Taufik was. It is a great lift, okay, and you know, it's very high to the back court, and Taufik was just walking back. There's no sense of urgency. I don't know why. Maybe because he was leading by 4 points at this point. That's 20-16. So he was basically, I don't know, take a short break or something. But Lin Dan didn't let out at all. Partly because he's trailing. He was 4 points behind, and you give him although it's a great lift, it's near the back of the line. Let's see. You see where Lin Dan's foot were? See the feet? His feet is almost behind the double line, so that means that the lift is great. And you check Taufik's feet. He's not ready. He's like, okay, it was a great lift. Let's see what you can do. Well, Lin Dan saying, okay, this is what I can do. I'm going to smash. See? Taufik wasn't ready. This one is on Taufik as well. It's Lin Dan didn't even move to the net. Why would you push it to the forehand back of the court? And it's not high enough either. He could. I think in that case. Okay, let's go there. See this? Now Lin Dan is right here. See his feet is right in the middle of the court. Of course, it's a great, it's a good body position, I would say, and the return was fast, so Taufik doesn't have a lot of time to react. So, but Taufik can have several choices. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four. I would imagine 3 and 4 would be better, and 2 is the worst. Even 1 is better, but 2 is where Taufik chose to go. It's almost like daring Lin Dan to return it that way, because that's Lin Dan's forehand block. So. This point, Lin Dan was lucky because Lin Dan's serve was really high. Let's see if you can see that. Okay, let's see Lin Dan's serve. Lin Dan's serve is really high, but Taufik wasn't aggressive enough. Part of that is because Lin Dan's defense is too good, so he cannot afford to be that aggressive, I suppose. But still, Lin Dan was lucky in this one. He won this point, because if he lost this point, it goes to the third set. Did you see how high it is? It's very high, so Taufik can do that, do overhead, forehand, and to push it. But maybe he was surprised too. He didn't think Lin Dan would serve something like that. And but Lin Dan, with his great defense, turned the situation. Just keeps attacking half court. None of these smashes or kills or whatever, push down or something, whatever you call it, is full smash. None of them was full power. It's all like a flip of finger, It's just but it's always downward. When you are downward, your opponent has to lift it, and it put them in a very bad situation, and eventually he won. Again, Lin Dan knew it was going to that corner. You see his body before Taufik hits that shuttle. I think, there's another small mistake Taufik made earlier that Lin Dan caught it. But I'll let you find it out yourself. that's another great rally, and Lin Dan completed the coming back of the second set and won the game. So this is a great game, and I hope you enjoyed that as well. So please subscribe to my channel. If you watch this far, please, you got it, right? Subscribe and come back later and we'll talk more badminton. And so this is Two Legs Better from Two Legs Better Badminton Academy. And